What is up, Bitcoiners? Joe Rodgers here for another Bitcoin 2021 mini interview. I had a chance to sit down with speaker Lamar Wilson. We talked about how the world's changed since 2019 and what he's looking forward to at the conference this year. You may know him from being a big personality on Clubhouse. He's one of the co-founders of Black Bitcoin Billionaires. He's got big ideas, and he's going to be sharing the stage with a couple other folks for a talk on who is a Bitcoiner. That'll be on Saturday. If you don't have a ticket, we still have some in stock. Head over to b.tc/conference for your Bitcoin 2021 tickets. Use promo code Satoshi for 10% off. With that being said, let's get into this interview. All right, Lamar, thank you for joining me for a quick conversation around Bitcoin 2021, man. How you been doing?
Doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm very excited. I'm anxious about the conference. Like 100 days ago, we were planning on having a conference out in the West Coast, and now here we are, ready to rock and roll in Miami. So it's been a kind of a wild 100 days.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I bet. It just seems like there's a lot of energy around this conference, a whole lot of energy.
Yeah.
Good energy. Good
I know,
energy.
good energy for sure. It feels kind of surreal because you see all the the press tour that the mayor's doing down there in Miami, and he's hyping up, Bitcoin and being a tech first city, and big incentives around bringing Bitcoin related technologies to the city. I keep asking folks, is this real or is this fake?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's real. I think when you have a politician behind it, they're going to do everything they can to make it real, right?
Yeah.
That's so cool. So it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it is. All right. So look, 2021 is here. 2020 was crazy year. It's a big year for building. I feel like with the rise of Clubhouse and like virtual reality, we saw all these crazy new platforms emerge and ways to communicate and come together. And for me personally, as a Bitcoiner, it was my first year to attend a Bitcoin conference. I made more relationships in 2020 as far as like real world and digital world than I ever had in my whole life. 2020 was a crazy good year for me, but what are your thoughts on like the state of the Bitcoin world and communities?
No, I think the state of the Bitcoin world and community is strong, man. I've been in the game for a while, and I feel like people are starting to understand Bitcoin more. I think there was a time period there that people didn't really understand Bitcoin. They kind of liked Bitcoin. They kind of liked what it stood for somewhat. But I think more and more people are starting to understand Bitcoin. And I think it's creating a bond between the people that understand and those that do not. But I think that community is growing larger and larger. It's far larger than it used to be back in the day. I mean, you guys with this conference, you're going to have like a small city at the conference itself. So it's like, that is really huge. That's a big thing. And I think more people need to understand the freedom that Bitcoin brings. And I think when people get on that train and understand it, it just keeps people there. Like, that's why you have so many people that are hodling, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The hodling meme is real. So what is like the big barrier or challenge to get people to understand that freedom aspect? What do you think?
I think it's really just the fact that we've been indoctrinated to a mindset that basically the government controls us. I mean, we pretty much come up through school, like all of this stuff, we're okay with it, right? We're okay with how they teach us in school. We're okay with them printing more dollars and printing more fiat. We're okay with a lot of things that we've been told. And I think Bitcoin is the opposite of a lot of those things, right? It's freedom. It's you control it. It's self-sovereignty. And I think that's probably the biggest hurdle is just mindset. It's like getting people to understand outside of what they've been, literally, it's been beat into them for many, many years, right? So it's like, that's the hardest part, I think. But I think slowly but surely people will start to come to the side of freedom,
Do you think it's getting easier to tell the story?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I always think about even Harriet Tubman. She said she would have freed more slaves if some of them knew they were even slaves. And I think that's what it is. You have to educate people and let them know like how much control they don't have over their own money. And I think we figured that out with the internet, right? We now have access to information. There was a lot of different things that those in power kept away from people, right? It was like information, the access to communication. And slowly but surely, those walls are being torn down. And not even slowly but surely. I mean, they pretty much torn down. We almost get over information now, but now it's with money, right? It's like those walls need to be torn down as well. And I think that's what winds up getting people into the fray, because they understand, like, once you teach them, like, listen, this is how much control you have over your own money, the money you work hard for. They can take it from you at any moment, right? They keep printing more, which is diluting what money you do have. So it's like, once they start learning that and you educate them on that, man, I think people usually come on over. That's the orange peel right there.
Yeah. Do you think that there's something to, like, you have to want to be helped?
Yeah, I think definitely that. But here's the thing. It's like, some people don't even know they need to be helped. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
That's a great point.
Like, you can't want to be helped if you don't know you need to be helped.
For sure.
So it's really just about exposure, giving people access to the information. And the truth is, it's not trying to drag them into it, because it's the same. If you drag people into the information, it's the same thing as what we're doing now with, the way we've been raised and indoctrinated. It's just more of, let me give you the information and you make your own decisions. Because that's what this is all about anyway. It's self-sovereignty, right?
Hell yeah. I love that message. So look, we haven't had a conference, a proper, Bitcoin conference since 2019. I know you weren't there, but since 2019, like spring 2019, it's been a crazy 2 years. What do you think the biggest changes since then? Because they say a year in Bitcoin is like 7 years. They're like dog years.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So what do you think the biggest changes are since then in the past 2 years?
I think one of the things is, like I said, I think more people are getting to the point of understanding Bitcoin as money and not necessarily just technology. That's the part, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you start understanding it from that standpoint and realizing that it's not about comparing it towards other technologies, which has the faster transactions, which one uses less storage, all of that stuff, right? That's not as real as being able to have trustless, censorshipless, like global decentralized money. That's a big, big thing. And I think more people are coming on to that. I think we went through some crazy crazes back in the 2017, 18 with the ICO craze.
Yeah.
Then we kind of went through a winter, right? And then slowly but surely it's creeping back up because of the crazy people on Twitter, partly because of the crazy people on Twitter who are just like, they call themselves plebs that have come out and they understand Bitcoin. And I think more and more people are starting to understand why I was so excited about it back when I learned about it 2012, 13.
Every time a pleb puts laser eyes on, an angel gets its wings.
No, I'm the opposite. I'm the guy. Yeah, I'm the guy that's like, take the freaking laser eyes off. Because here's the one thing too that I don't think people understand from laser eyes. Like, nobody knew you had Bitcoin until you put up laser eyes. So now, when the world changes and Bitcoin's most powerful, they just gonna come hunt down all the people with laser eyes.
Yeah, but all the laser eyes are armed.
Yourself.
All the laser eyes are sovereigns.
Yeah, you doxing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's true.
That's what I always say. I'm like, you don't never want to signal to everybody that you have Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
That's for sure. Yeah, I guess they just weigh that hyper Bitcoinization is more important.
Yeah, I have fun with them.
It is fun.
Like, Lamar, you need to get your eyes, and I'd never do it. One dude evidently, he's following me around because every time I say no, he puts up a picture with me with laser eyes and says, "Here you go, I did it for you." So it's pretty cool, man. It's fun though. I like it.
Yeah, Bitcoin Twitter is wild. Maybe after the conference, the big goal is once it hits 100K, everyone can resume normal profile pictures. So once we hit that milestone, Lamar, you're not going to worry. All the laser eyes will be gone.
But see, that's when I told people I'll put laser eyes on just for a little bit. If it
at
hits
100K. No,
yeah,
when it hits.
I'll flip it. Yeah, when everybody else takes theirs off, I'll put mine on. So
that's awesome, man. So look, you're going to be on a pretty awesome panel. I don't know. Have you been briefed on who else is going to be on it?
I know a few of the people. Yeah, man. So
it's going to be called Who is a Bitcoiner?
I know Bitcoin Zay. I know Bitcoin Zay, of course, because we started Black Bitcoin Billionaire together. So
yeah, you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, man. Black Bitcoin Billionaires is a club on Clubhouse that I created with Bitcoin Zay. I hit Zay up and said, "Hey, man, we need to start this club called Black Bitcoin Billionaire." He was like, "All right, let's do it." Because we both understand we've been trying to get education to Black people about Bitcoin for a very long time.
Right.
And it's been very difficult to do so. Clubhouse has kind of helped a lot You know what I'm saying? Being able to communicate that message, being able to talk about freedom and self-sovereignty and generational wealth. And that platform has helped a lot. So Black Bitcoin Billionaires is now the largest club by membership that is centered around Bitcoin on the entire application. We are the biggest club. We're from an overall membership and followers, we're behind the Bitcoin club, but you know, everybody just joins that because it says Bitcoin. We are actually an active club that educates on a daily basis and teaches people all about Bitcoin and the powers that it brings, right? So yeah, man, I'm very proud of that club. I'm proud of the moderator. Shout out to them. Greatest team in Bitcoin. I'm gonna say it over and over again. But yeah, man, I love it, man. I love what we're doing, and it's growing into some sort of a bit of a business, which I wasn't expecting. I was literally coming there to educate, and it's turning into a nice little business, man. So, I mean, you can't.
Does that
can't
mean
hurt that.
are you guys doing some kind of consulting or conference type material? Like, what is emerging out of this?
Yeah, so it's just supporters, man. Because
cool.
certain CEOs have come in our rooms, right, and listen to what we do. And they just hit me up in the back and say, hey, man, I want to support this. So we wind up getting supportership. So we've had Cash App, you know, Jack Dorsey and those guys over there with Cash App. We've had Exodus Wallet. They've come through and helped support us. We've had Casa, which is, you know, keys.casa. Yep. And we're working with Fold right now. So it's like, and they just keep coming. I mean, I don't want to say too many more, but those are the ones that everybody knows so far.
Sure. That's exciting. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. That's really exciting.
It's really cool, man, because it helps us. What it does is it helps us not only give coins back, because that's the coolest part. We've been giving coins to people since the club started. I've always given away Bitcoin, and the rest of the club started doing it. And then what we did was we were doing it, and then the supporters came in and they doing it. So it's like we always have a nice stream of coins to give to people to get them started, to get them off of zero. And then also, you know, of course, it helps us to support all the mods that are doing the classes and stuff like that, because, you know, it keeps them on and allows us to keep doing it on a constant basis. So it's awesome, man.
That's real exciting. So like rolling into Bitcoin 2021, knowing the things that we talked about, what are you real excited about, you know, for the conference itself?
Oh man, I'm just excited to get down there with everybody. I know everybody's kind of weirded out because of the whole COVID thing, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's just get down there. Let's get down there, you know, get around everyone, get that energy. I always kind of like a Bitcoin conference energy. But I think for me, the most important part is that a lot of the Black Bitcoin billionaires, I'll get to meet them in person, man.
Yeah, you're not a very social guy. So this probably isn't your scene.
Yeah, I think what'll happen is like the reunion will be great, right? Seeing all the old heads that I know that I haven't seen in a while, like that we used to be in the old conferences, like Bitcoin on the Beltway and all of them old school conferences. It's like seeing those people, like the conference at the Javits Center, just seeing those cats, you know what I'm saying, that we used to see back in the day and hung around with. Definitely can't wait to see David Bailey, man. That's my people's. It's the homie. But I can't wait to see the squad, man. Just getting back together. You know, it's kind of like, man, we've been in this thing forever. It's like the Rubber Alliance. It's like, man, we've made it this far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody thought we could, and here we are. You know what I mean? So I think I like that, man. I like the fact that we can get together and do those kind of things. So
get the band together and, you know, rock out.
Just chill, man, and teach more people about what the power of Bitcoin is and how it can actually, because that's what the conference is going to do. I think the conference is going to see that, you know, the Bitcoin community is not just one way. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think more people will see that Bitcoin is for them too, just like it's for us. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. So that kind of leads me into my next question for you. So when you think about this conference, what do you think is one of the most important topics of discussion to come out of the conference? Like, what is the most important thing for attendees and maybe the press and maybe newer folks to come in there? Like, what is the most important issue that like we as a big community overall need to address and come away with?
I think it's really about Bitcoin's unstoppable. I think people need to understand like all of the FUD. I haven't heard a new piece of FUD in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like all of the bad news has been around, and to just realize that Bitcoin doesn't need any of us. Like it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like because of the technology, people will find it when they need it. You know what I mean? People, I know the plebs say you get Bitcoin at the price you deserve, and I kind of believe that. Like, you get Bitcoin once you understand it. You start to purchase more Bitcoin, and I think that's the biggest thing, is just to recognize, to allow people to recognize that this is something that's freedom for people, for you. Like, the government is in power, but Bitcoin empowers. You know what I'm saying? And that's a completely different thing, bro. Like, somebody being in power over you means they dragging you around by your nose. Being empowered means we grab hands together and we take on whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that empowerment is what I'm here for, man. I'm here for the empowerment, the empowerment. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I'm so excited. I'm looking at your panel. Looks like it's going to be called "Who is a Bitcoiner?" It's got Nimrod, Lamar, Isaiah, Mariana, and Lee Quinn on our team. She's going to be moderating it. So it's going to be a killer discussion. I think you guys will have some interesting perspective.
Yeah, everybody should be at that one. Like, that's the panel. If you're going to pack one out, you pack that one out. I don't care about them other guys. Michael Saylor, who is he? Tony Hawk. Who's Tony Hawk?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to come to a panel, you need to come to Who is a Bitcoiner panel, because you're going to get your blessing. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to give it to you raw.
Yeah, man. Okay, so look, this is short and sweet, Lamar. I'm so pumped to meet you in person. Tell us where people can find you, show whatever you want. And we're looking forward to an awesome conference.
Yeah, I mean, you can find me everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at BIGMARH. That's BIGMARH. And also, listen, make sure you check out Sunjoin. We're raising money right now for our hemp project. It's wefunded.com/Sunjoin. My man says shill what I want. So I'm shilling Sunjoin. SUNJOINED. But no, man, come to the conference. Make sure you come. Catch up with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look at you first. If you sniffling and stuff, I'm going to just give you an elbow. I'm just going to let you know right now. You're not going to get the high five. Like, no handshakes, no high fives to people coughing and sniffling. I'm just real about it.
Yeah, I've been taking my supplements.
Yeah, everybody else, man, I got you. If I see you there, man, just make sure you holler at me. And let's just keep this thing how it always been, man. Bitcoin conferences have always just been real chill. Everybody's been good folk. And let's keep it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome. Lamar, thanks for joining me. We'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, for sure.